Alright, what's good with y'all boys and girls? Today we're going to be going over my warplar build, the finished product, backed by popular demand. So, it's probably my main build now, like the one you'll see me using 100% of the time. Okay, maybe like 90% of the time. I still love my dragon blade, but that video's out as well. And also love my other build, but this is like going to be the main because it does everything well. And Zero is crazy right now. IC is crazy. BG's is crazy. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Skills. Lines. We are subclassing Animal Companions, Winter's Embrace, and Restoring Light. What can I say? We don't need more than one damage skill line. You're going to be able to survive. You know, this doubles as a damage skill line. We'll get into this in a minute. And this is just our healing skill line. It's basically Warden, pure Warden, which y'all know I love to play. I've been playing since launch. I mean, used to be known as the Warden guy. But we swapped out its doo-doo heal line for a stronger heal line. That's it. If you know how to play Warden, you can play this build easily. It's not like anything special, right? Okay, let's get into the skills. Wrecking Blow, our main spammable. You can replace this with anything you want. Vamp spammable, Warden Birds. I just like it. Free source of Major Berserk. Nothing much to say. Just grants us extreme power to all the rest of our skills. Deep Fissure gives us double fracture and it's a burst skill. Deceptive Predator, because of our build, we run this Morph. It gives us immunity to snares and minor evasion. I keep this on front bar of this build because oftentimes when I'm lining up my burst, people will try to counter burst. And there's a lot of AoE out there. There's Dawnbreakers, there's Blast Bones, Sub Assault, Onslaughts. There's just, man, Crescent Sweeps. There's a lot going on, and good players will try to time burst on you on your front bar. It's better on a squishier build to run back bar for more mobility. We don't need a lot of mobility on this because it's more of a take and spank playstyle. Running this as our CC, believe it or not, and it's super strong, man. It's a nice high pressure dot. The heal is irrelevant, but it can heal you if you're like kiting, run away. Say you hit wings and you go for the heal, that's fine. But it's a nice dot. Gives us a chill status effects. It also can proc minor main. Oh man, it does a lot for a little. Yeah, and it's often like one of those CCs people don't see coming. Now the thing about this is it only CCs in the first 2 seconds. It's not going to continue to CC, so you have to cast this every time you want to CC. But the beautiful part of that is you can line up a lot of bursts. Let's say you hit this, and then hit the CC, and you go into a DB, it'll all hit at once. Execute, not much to say. We want to execute them. When with DB on this build, it's more of an AoE build. We're using this. So, yeah, you can use whatever you want. 2H halt, you can use Meteor, you can use a lot, but I think DB is the best for this build. Yeah. Back bar, we're using Northern Storm. This is super strong. Very strong. It not only gives you major protection, it increases your damage, it's got its own damage. Like, it's just, yo, increasing your damage done is crazy. If y'all don't know what damage done is, I can't help you, but it's all your damage done, not just the damage from this ultimate, so keep that in mind. And although it has a 200 cost, that's a non-factor on this build because of the gear we're wearing. Went with Bull Netch. This combined with the rune, which we'll get to in a minute, is like infinite stamina. We only have 1300 recovery, and as you've seen in my clips, it's all I need. But this is our major brutality buff. Gives us purge, it gives us sustain, it gives us damage when it's not purging. Just really, really good. Vigor. What can I say? It's our main heal. This is another purge. I know we're stacking purges on this, but it's, we don't really use it for the purge, believe it or not. You can, like, if somebody crescent sweeps your DB, immediately hit this. A lot of people don't know that. Or purge the off balance from end cap, things like that. Actively purge. Don't just purge willy-nilly. Look for chances to use this. If you're just spamming this, you're doing it wrong. You're going to run out of magic. They're going to kill you. Set it down, let the healing do its thing, and use it wisely. Storing focus. What can I say? It gives us back a lot of stam, gives us healing, standing in the room, allows us to tank and fight. This is the main thing that allows us to tank and fight. The other main thing we'll get to in the passives. Alright, so we are using, this is our burst heal healing, so we have the Warden class script on it. Absolutely busted stun, especially for one. I mean, 1v1s is fine as well, but for 1vx, this gives you a little breathing room or the ability to turn and burn. Like you can hit permafrost and immediately hit this, and they're all just stuck in it, taking a crazy amount of damage. So that's it. The scripts I have on it, as you can see there, once again, are healing, Warden class mastery. That's why you need Warden to be a base class as this. If you are not Warden, do not panic. You can use Druid's Resurgence. It's not as good, but it's great for sustain, and it's my second best option in my opinion. Now, none of these passives are really that important. The auto block is not really auto block. It's only auto block if you're channeling an attack. Most people don't get that, so you probably have to be like going offensive with your Dizzy to get auto block, which is also good though. Like I said, when you have a very tanky front bar if you get the auto block, and then you get the minor evasion. That's why I said keep this here. And let's say you have something like major protection going on your front bar, you can go risk it for the biscuit a little bit more. So it's one of the very important passes. The other one that makes it super tanky with the rune is this one. Major maim. Are you kidding me? Imagine stacking this with major protection. Now you're still going to take a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. Damage is super high, but this is another thing that allows us to tank and fight, especially in close quarters. So super important passive. Just keep that in mind. Okay. Another thing I wanted to get to is where is it? I don't know where the heck it is. Okay, but we'll get to the race right now. My bad. We are an orc, believe it or not. The sustain is super good on this. We don't need Imperial. We don't need all that weirdo stuff. We just need orc to give us some damage. We get 1000 stam, which is damage and sustain. We get a health, which is tankiness, and we get a heal while we go offensive. Remember, stacking that with this and this, and you can get minor maim, and you can get you have access to major maim and major protection and your rune and your purge and your big, very tanky, right? Very tanky if used correctly. But you can also be one shot through all of this, literally. So play correctly. Don't just think I'm immortal. You're not. And weapon and spell damage, and the reduced cost of the sprint is another reason I went with this sprint. I was looking back at my clips, and I'm able to play with like 18 to 20k stamp consistently as long as that sprint cost is down. So sprint takes the majority of my sustain. Break free is the next highest thing, but yeah, I had to keep that in mind. So that's it for the skills. Let's get into the stat sheet. We have 11 in magic, 23 in health, 30 in stamina. You can mix and match these how you choose. I just find these to be comfortable. We are using the Atro Mundus. Feel free to swap this out, but I think magic recovery on this build is super important. And this combined with like the occasional random heavy attacks from the back bar will keep you up. Bear haunch food, and we are not vampire. Although you can go vampire, hey, don't feel it's needed. If you want a little extra tankiness or stage 4 or something like that, this is more of a tank and spank build, so stage 4 would be rather useless on this build for me personally. I'm not really trying to run away, I'm just trying to kite and fight. It's a different type of build, right? Trying to bring back that old school tank and spank setup. But yeah, let's get into the gear real quick. We are running a Hrothgar's Maul. We chose Infuse and Oblivia damage to keep that up. You know, it's like 5k damage consistently to enemies. So the reason we doing that though is because we swap bars. Because of the way our armor traits are set up, we have the same pin as if we had went. What is it? Sharpen Maul instead. And the reason we have the same pin is because we dabbled in light armor on this build a little bit. So we're able to do that and consistently get more damage output than we would with sharp. But you can go sharp on this, okay? Just a tip, if you want. I wouldn't recommend any other trait. Back bar, we are using an infused weapon damage bit, an infused weapon damage glyph on the back bar. This is so much free damage, and it's consistently up. It lasts for 5 seconds, and it procs every 5 seconds. I mean, as long as you're light attacking back bar, you're gonna get a bunch of damage off. Like, you can go pop your permafrost, hit a light attack, hit the freaking berserker thing, stun them, and you're probably going to get a crazy kill that you didn't even see coming. Damage ramps high on this. Right now you see that like I'm very low damage, but once I put up major brutality, I ramp up with permafrost, I hit the major berserk, I hit, it's a lot of damage. It just doesn't look like it, right? But yeah. Anyways, our set, or was Hrothgar on the front bar, I forgot to mention. Another reason why we have high pin. It's very good in this meta. Everybody is running high resistances. Think about it. All of them. That's why we hit super hard right now. And it's AoE. So we hit the tankiest guy and it spreads out. And this is not, you can't block it or anything. So super damaging set. And it gives us tankiness as well. Like gives us armor, health, which is tankiness, and then it gives us damage through pin and the passive. So I really love this on this patch. And the frost damage helps, which is why we're running an ice staff. Getting a lot of ice damage, a lot of the way the passive works is staff is better than sword and board right now. Plus, in order to take advantage of these passives, you need to have passives like the major man. You need to have one of these skills on each bar. Front bar was pretty easy. We just put this here for a CC. We needed a CC anyway. Back bar was rather tough. You can run the armor buff over this. But, I mean, why? We have a free slot. Only reason I would run the armor buff over this is if you want to use sword and board alt. Just super good. Back bar and available. You use one-handed shield. If you want to use one-handed shields, you can swap the sword and board alt and use the armor buff quite simply. But we chose Ice Staff, plus I wanted to ramp the damage up, so I mean this is a lot. This is probably equivalent to like 700 damage once you hit. I know it says 452, but once it goes through brutality and all of that, you're getting 700 damage for a light attack. Can't be beat. Alright. Bloodspawn, tried and true. I mean, we have expensive alt on the back bar. It's basically up all the time with the ward and alt gen passives right there, combined with Bloodspawn. We don't have a problem like cycling our alts. A-lot, tried and true. Medium. We're going to be having all in pin except one in reinforced, so 6 in pin, 1 reinforced, and we're going to be running triglyphs on all the gear, by the way. Heavy, I mean, we're running Hrothgar, but we wanted heavy anyway. Heavy shoulder, rallying cry, light waist. Trainee, one trainee. We wanted trainee. I picked it to go here, and I picked it medium because I wanted more damage, more speed, more sustain. Heavy. This is our reinforced piece, and another light because it's going back and forth between like heavy. I'm not getting that much more resistances for this, but light armor passes are really good. It gives you like 1,000 pin per piece, which is why our pin is so high. I mentioned this. It also gives you a higher critical chance. It also increases your mag sustain. I mean, it's really good. I'm running 2 of them only, but that's 2k pin for free, combined with Hrothgar, and you see why we can change the trait on them all. You thought this through, man. You thought this through. All right, mono. Our crit chance is not actually that high on the front bar, but it's not why we're wearing it. Do a lot of damage. This is just our, we get minor berserk. Which is more damage we're going to get from wings anyway, so it's kind of frees up a slot for us to do something different. And we're really just running this defensively back bar. Like I said, I want that tank and spank old school playstyle. We have enough damage without it, and it's just a bonus chef's kiss when it does connect and hit. So yeah, but the major vitality and protection back bar unmatched. I mean, super good, super good. And like I said, we get a lot of damage from this anyways because everybody has high resistance patch. Okay, we're running 1 bloodthirsty, even more damage. This, I don't think bloodthirsty actually shows up on your stat sheet, but it is in effect. So we're running 1 infused and we're running 1 protective. All weapon damage, glyphs, 1 magic recovery, 2 stam recovery. Kind of what I wanted to mix in. You can go all stam, all magic, whatever you feel. That's just how I got it set up. Really good though, really good. Like I said, you've seen my X's, you've seen my sustain, you've seen the build, this patch in action. This is what I'm running. It works really, really well. You're gonna get into CP and go ahead and get out your hair. Yeah, hope I'm not forgetting anything. That's not CP. I'm losing it. Green CP doesn't matter, but just for shits and giggles. This is what I'm running. Blue tree. Let's get into it. So our healing is kind of low on this build. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we have so many sources of it. It doesn't matter. So I wanted to boost it with major mending. You could go swift renewal since we have a lot of hots, but I just chose the focus mending. Get a better burst heal when needed. We got major vitality to boost that as well. Storing focus, extended ritual. Our vigor's pretty, like, let's buff up. I'm not gonna light attack anything, but vigor is not that high, but it's high enough. And then, you know, that's pretty good jump when you light attack. So, and then I don't know if this will apply, but there's other factors going on that aren't available on the stat sheet, so you can get it pretty good, right? Like I said, our stats are low, but we have an exorbitant amount of damage. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not about the stat sheet all the time. Like, you're not even factoring in rallying cry or any of that, right? So just keep that in mind. It's a sleeper hit, right? But yeah, I just wanted more healing, so we went with that. Duelist rebuff and ironclad. Just everybody's going to be running 2 damage CP for the most part, or they might not be, but things hit hard this patch, and with rallying cry we don't have to go into the crit resist passive, so we just want to mitigate as much damage as possible. These are the 2 strongest ways to do that. Evasion is strong wherever it is as well, but we have the Warden Wings on this build, but yeah, pretty good. And our last thing, since we have so many sources of wow, I need to didn't even know that wasn't, but we have so many sources of AoE damage that our biting aura is invaluable. We're not really trying to kill people with dizzy swing. It's on our single target damage, and executioner is always going to hit hard anyway. But like when we have the ice damage going off from like a permafrost, or we have a strong DV and we have the wings from this and we have the sub assault, like 90% of our damage is AoE. Are you kidding me? You want to be out there just, hey, killing people with not even a full biting aura. It's crazy. Like, ain't that crazy? Yo, and let's not forget, like, we're not even adding in the AoE from Hrothgar, right? So much AoE damage. Like, this is your only single target damage. We're not going to count this because you're not doing anything but using this like at the end of the fight. During the fight though, like this or this and this and this constantly going off, and then you're just weaving this in between to get more damage from major berserk, and sometimes you get the damage from this, and so much ramping damage, and then you get the ice damage, the yeah, it's a lot. You got your glyph procs. It's a lot of outgoing damage, as you can see. We sometimes one-shot people, and our stat sheet is not super impressive. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people worry about the stat sheets, but stop. All right, I'm gonna really get over the rest of this and go ahead. Let's just quickly recap this. Yeah, and right now we are going to. Okay. We have the armor buff. We want a little more armor. Juggernaut is super good, but sustained by suffering is invaluable for blocking, dodge, rolling, breaking free. Pain's refuge. What can I say? Superior damage mitigation. We have sustained by suffering. This is giving us a lot, a lot more recovery. That's why we can run such low recoveries. Like I said, recovery is nothing great, but you see how well I sustain, right? I wasn't kidding, man. Like, all these factors just play into play when you make a build. And I don't know what the 4th one is. Was that 4? Oh yeah, these 2 and these 2. Now, if you want a little more speed, you can go celerity. But the thing is, man, like I said, this build is more about that tank and spank play style. And I think wings, and we have a lot of medium armor. And we have a lot of light armor, which allows us to sprint more, believe it or not. As you can see there, it reduces the cost of our dodge roll. Reduces the cost of our break free, reduces the cost of our bash, all things we do, right? Reduces magic attacks, spec bow. It's not really super relevant, but all these things are super good. And then you combine the medium armor passives, and you see why we opted out of light. You know, we just wanted to find a perfect balance. But yeah, if you do feel a little slow, you can probably swap in, because it's built super tanky if played correctly. Where is it at? You can swap out, I would recommend swapping out this CP if you want more speed. Or, I recently just added this. This is one I had in over celerity. I felt like I didn't need the speed, so I was like, hey, forget it, man. I'll just take more sustain. Why not? And it's been working out super well. So, but this is probably your flex CP the most, and then I would secondarily like flex this one off. But yeah, man, that's the build. Appreciate y'all tuning in and watching. More to come, man. More X's, more builds, more gameplay, more streams. It's your boy, KLG out. Peace.